Hey everybody, I'm Maddist from Maddist Gaming. Welcome back to Hydroneer. So, last time we went through and automated our delivery system. So we're getting the ores delivered up to the sorters, and the gems are getting polished as they go through. But to go further, what we're going to need is some money, because we're going to get down in here, which I've widened this out a little bit for us, and then down here is where we're going to put in the new drill system that's going to let us go through and get some better results. Yeah, looks like I put the bucket down slightly in the wrong spot there. But what I had to do, this had been running for a while, and the system was starting to complain about there being too much ore lying around, because there's a limited amount of memory. So I had to turn some into bars, which we're going to make those now into a necklace and see how much money we got. And we're going to need probably about 10 grand to get started. So get those heated up, and we'll see if we can pick a gem in here. There we go, 1 emerald, that'll do us. Put that on necklace. Okay. Now we did use our iron as well. We were keeping it to get more of the drills, but we've got one there, and once we get the other bits we'll move that one down the bottom as well, which is going to give us 2, and then from there we're going to get a much better supply. So I was happy to use that now to get the extra money that we needed, which looks like that's going to give us about 15 grand, which that will be perfect. So let's head over in our trusty cart and we'll get the bits we need. Okay, so we came up here, which is a good thing we checked. So that $15,000 necklace, we're going to get just a little bit extra, so it's only an extra couple hundred, so just 1% over, but definitely worth the effort, because it is just around the corner. And these here, which are the prospect tokens, this is the main place that we use these, so I'm just going to set those in there. We don't really have enough to get anything much at this stage, except for we can get the task board, but this is where we get all the tier 3 stuff. So in order to get the tier 3 stuff, which we're not there yet, still at tier 1, that is over there. There's a couple extra things over that side as well, but we'll show those further later. But yeah, let's get down to the shop and get loaded up. Okay, so if we line this up correctly, nope, that's not it. Yeah, that'll do. Because the pickup point and the drop point is different. So this way we can go through and pick them all up, drop them all in. Should have been counting, but I don't know, this is one I need sort of at least at least 22, somewhere between 22 and 26 of these, so I'll probably go around 26. This is one of the main ones, which 286 is that. So if we dollar-wise should have around, so double that plus a bit. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Yep. We will need a few of the others. I'm going to need 2 of these.
Huh? Huh?
Okay. Definitely going to need a couple more of these. Okay, that should be enough from this side. And we'll go over and get the conveyor side of things. Which could be getting a bit tight. Okay. We may have to do another run. I may have gone a little bit over in the pipes too. But it's alright. Get as many conveyor bits as we can.
Looking for summer?
Yeah, definitely going to be tight, but I think we can do it. Because we're going to need 10 of those. And then just a couple of straight ones, so I'll get these loaded up. And yep, that should be 10. How much do we have? 3. So we've got 900 left.
Take a look at my goods.
Just want to get as many of these as we can, which that's gonna do us. Okay. Time to run these back and start getting the setup. Okay, so first thing I need to do is get this gold picked up. And then I'll shift that bucket. Interesting timing. I'll get that one underneath it later. That'll do us for now. Okay, so what I think we'll do is we'll take this down the bottom and we'll build it from the bottom up, and then we can join it in once we get up there. Okay, so with these, you can go through and sort of put it on each bit one at a time, but I like to, once I have the direction that it's facing in, I like to put all those ones in place and then go through and do the next one, because otherwise you're just trying to spin them around back to each other. Or if I put all these ones in this way, then I can get the next location sorted and put that one in next. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. We'll work out exactly what we do up the top once we get up there. Yeah, and then there we go. So now all these ones will be up the right way as I go through and put all those in. So you can see why these were the ones we needed the most of. Okay, so that's those ones. This one's gonna need a T-piece. Then the straight piece, which okay. Not what I wanted to pick up, but let's put it back there for now. There we go, straight piece. Straight piece. Another elbow. Elbow. the... There we go. That's the right way for that. And that one out that way. Yeah, where's our T-pieces? There. T-piece. Same on that one. Shift that back out of the way for now. We try that way. Straight one. Straight one. T-piece. Straight. And straight. Sounds like our machine stopping. Must have blown a filter. Yeah, so let's get up here and get that fixed. Have a quick look at the others, see if there's any about to go. Yeah. Just going to repair that 26 one as well, so that's not that far off. All the others should be good. Yeah, we want to keep it going, basically, because if we don't have quite enough stuff, we want to have stuff there ready to sell. Okay, I'll grab the cart now, because nope, that's not the cart. Yeah, the rest of it's going to be easier to finish from the top.
Huh? Huh?
Okay, I think that's about as much as we can do while everything's still running. So let's get it shut down. If I can get to the switch. Yeah, just wait for those to run through. Okay, now we can switch the whole thing off. Gonna need the construction hammer.
Huh?
Let's get that out of the way, because we don't need that, which means that's not going to need a T-piece anymore, so we'll change that. This can go down here. Like so. With these, so you can leave the bits on it there. When you're picking it up, you can, if you pick up the pipe, it actually picks the whole thing up with it as well too. But so we're going to need another conveyor to come up, and then another one there. But we're not going to need any of this stuff.
Huh?
Which means we don't need those pipes. You need to loosen those ones as well. No. We may. Okay, I've got to work out how I'm going to run it to this side. Actually, no, that'll come down that side. So yep, that's right. So don't need that. Don't need that. Don't think I'm going to need those. And that one's going to need to be a T-piece. Okay, so that can come off. That goes straight on there. That can come off. That needs to go like so. Which means that one's going to have to loop up and over. Okay, that should work. So, one up E. Well, oh yeah, okay. It still connects there as an uppie, and we need the left one. So left, yep. Should put that into there. Yeah, that's got power. Yeah, that's still got power. Yeah, that just needs to change direction. And then we're going to need 2 more elbows. And I've got to dig a bit of a hole. Might be short 1 elbow by the looks of it. That bit just there used a few more than I anticipated. Oh, actually, we do have enough. Elbow. Elbow. Uppy thing. Yeah, right conveyor. It should have been this one, but without that bit. Yep. Two straights. And that. Okay. Now we are going to need some plugs, but we can get those, and it's not going to stop it operating. Just having a quick look over it, make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, we are out of that. Okay, let's turn this back on. Get that out of the way. Gonna need some shard blocks. That's what we'll do. One there. Right. Looks about right. Just tip these straight into there. Yep. Now, so it looks like it's all working. Looks like I've got pretty much what I need, but what we're going to need is just a couple of these shards, which will turn into a block. We'll cut it down into 3 pieces, and then we'll go through and put them all in. Just taken a while for that to melt, but there we go. Just drop that one in. Yeah, so you'll see those ones down there aren't even spinning because it doesn't have enough pressure to it. But now that we've got that on there, it's going to go a lot better. Okay. Okay. One little problem. Turns out that it believes this area to be tier 2, even though technically it's not. So what we're going to have to do is pull it all out, move everything up one layer, and put it all back down. So yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just go through and do that. And no point me sort of showing that. But yeah, I've just got to go through, fill that all back in, which I think I've shown how to do that, but basically to fill it in, all you do is you just get dirt from somewhere else and put it back down, and you can go through and fill that back up, and then once you get enough on there you can use the rake to square it up again. So I'm just going to go through and take it off this back wall because I want to extend out a bit further anyway. I was going to do that later, but it's sort of forcing my hand, so I'll go through, get that all built back up, fill that in. It'll take me a little bit of time, and then I'll bring you back once it's done. Okay, so I haven't filled in the rest of it yet, but I filled in enough just to get this all reassembled. But so what I will do is we'll get back up here, get it switched on, see if it's working, and then once I've confirmed that it's working, then I can go through and finish off the rest of it. I just want to be actually getting stuff dug up while we're doing the rest of it. Just quickly check the filters. Yeah, all pretty good. Okay. Oh yeah. So it is working. It's taken a while. We're gonna need to get some more pressure, which there's a couple of things we need to do. I'm gonna block off these. I don't know if that changes it or not, but then there's another trick to get some more pressure, which we will do once we've confirmed that everything's working. Because yeah, that is that is really slow. Okay, sounds like we've hit the grinder. Ah. Okay, where did I put that construction hammer? This is why we check things. Because yeah, that was still on there from the other one. But if you have a look now, you will notice the significant size difference in the ore. I think it was last time. Okay, let's just get one out and have a direct comparison. So we've got $13, or 77 grams. Oh, yeah. So, well, 770 grams. I'm going on with the kilos for the weight measurement. Or $58, 3.4 kilos. And we haven't put this bucket back over there yet. Race to see if I can pick these up and get the bucket down before we get more in there. Yep. And there. Okay. So yeah, so what I'll do, I'll let that accrue for a little bit longer. Actually, let's just pause it quickly. Let's just see how much weight we do have here in gold. So it's 3,000. Yep. Just make sure that's empty. Yep. Then we'll pick a gem. A nice ruby for this one. We'll get them gold bars heated up, and we'll make a necklace, head over and sell that, and get the... I'll show you how we speed up the conveyors. Okay. Just head over in this because that one's still got a bunch of stuff on it. Yep, they should do for now. That front one's probably going to be blown by the time we get back, but okay, so the stock market on the necklaces is back under 100, so we're gonna just sell that down the bottom at the jeweler. Okay.
The shinier it is, the more I'll pay for it.
Thank you. I only want one thing, so I'm not gonna bother getting the truck lined up and everything, but what we want is the Cloutium intake. Yeah. Actually, I will grab one other thing, which I don't really need it, but this will just let me show you some stuff. It'll show you why I need it. Okay, so before we change it, I'll just go through and show you a couple of things. So this one here, so if we put this on, so we can see we've got 97 let's call it PSI, calls it percentage, but let's say it's 97 PSI just to make it a actual measurement. So, and then if we were to sort of put it somewhere up further here, that's going to be upside down, but so we're at 68 PSI by the time we get down here. But then after this, it's sort of hard to find because we need a straight piece. This is probably the next straight piece that we got. So down here we're back up to 87 because that boosts it back up to the 100, and then it loses some. But then if we look down here, we're down to as low as 22 PSI, which is why those conveyors are just crawling. And then back here we're back up to 98 PSI after the pressure booster. But if we go back up here, yeah, still haven't picked up those. And I should have got the corks while I was over there, but anyway. So if we pull this off, you notice it's 100% pressure, which if we called it PSI to make it more realistic, where this one, 250. So if we have a look at our conveyors now, we're not drilling any quicker, but our conveyors are pumping out a lot quicker. So here we're at 178, and if we bring it back round to here, so even at here we're over 100 PSI still. So yeah, so that's going to speed up the production there. And the other thing that we should now comfortably be able to do is find a 1.5 weight iron ore. If we can grab hold of one of the right ones. We've got 3.25. So that's well and truly got that covered now. So next time we're heading into town, we'll take that in with us as well. And then that order is filled. Okay, well, so yeah, we've got the new production line happening, which is going to let us get a lot more materials, a lot more ore happening a lot quicker. Once we've got some more iron ore, we're going to extend this out, and then next time we should have some money and we'll set up some new automation. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's where we're gonna leave this one. I'm gonna go through and fix up the rest of the bottom down there while it's running, and then that way when I bring you back, we're ready to go and got that all sorted. So but yeah, so thanks for joining me, and we will see you on the next one.